isolation. 'Cause right now that's the hole where we betray. And if you call me back to find me, better have good aim. Shoot it true. I need you in the pictures while I'm calling you. Lonely twin, the left hand. Reset myself, forgetting my control. I don't want this isolation. See the state of me now. Coming across with the rifle. 'Cause right now that's the hole where we begin. Shoot it true. I want you in the pictures while I'm calling you. Calling you. Between the left eye. Reset myself in control. I don't want this isolation. See the state of me now. When I know that it's broken,
Oh, it's good to be back. Hello, guys. Tony the Black Critic Guy, and welcome to the epic return of the BCG live chats. Now, usually I only do one per month, but since I'll be doing this once a week, new changes have come. And for those wondering what the song I was listening to, that was Gorillaz' Humility. It's trending #1 on YouTube right now. I was introduced to the song yesterday because people were like talking about it on Twitter. And I said, there's a new Gorillaz song out and Jack Black's in it. Is he singing in it? Ooh, I'm curious to see what this is about. And it's such a summer jam. It's perfect. I honestly think that they did set this up well. They wanted to release a song during the summer because it is just the perfect summer song. It's chill. It's refreshing. It's, jamming. I mean, it's full of like this very calm, almost surfer-like vibe to it. Good vibrations, basically. So usually this would be, like I said, a monthly live chat where I ask you guys to rate my success of the previous month. But we're scrapping that whole thing because we're doing this once a week. But one thing that will stay constant is that there is a drink of the. I guess I'll drink this throughout the month. So the drink of the month is Chamorro Punch, as you saw me sipping earlier. Because how can you listen to a summer jam and not drink a refreshing type of punch? So yeah, I just dropped something. Damn it! I guess I'll go pick it up. Oh, you gotta fall. I'm doing the show. Anyway, so I don't. Sorry, this was kind of like not pre-scheduled, pre-planned. This is just gonna be off the cuffs. But basically, I'm just gonna be here for about 2 hours, just kind of interacting with whoever stops by. There's 52 people in the chat right now. Thank you all for joining. So basically, you can ask me any question and all that stuff pertaining to movies, anime, TV shows, social media. Maybe you want to talk about a bit of sports, bit of politics, whatever you want to talk about. Put in the comment section. There is one rule: do not spam. You spam, you get put in timeout. You can ask Nessa about that. She loved to be put in timeout. Going forward, depending on when I get letters or not, I think it's going to take about maybe 2 weeks before I get my first letter. This will be turned into the BCG mail segment where I will read the letters in front of you guys. And then at the end of the video, once I'm done reading all the letters, opening all the packages. Oh, shit. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I just remembered something. Well, let me finish my train of thought and then I'll go do that thing. Anyway, so yeah, this will actually be incorporated with the BCG mail videos where I read your guys' letters. And then at the end of the BCG mail segment, I'm going to spend like 30 or an hour answering questions in the comment section. So yeah, it's a good way of interacting with my subscribers, just getting back to roots. That's the whole point of this live chat, is to return to the basics, return to what made this channel so successful in the first place, and that's interacting with all of you lovely people. A toast to you guys. Now, to the thing I forgot. So, I actually did receive mail, but this was about a couple weeks ago. This was sent by a guy his name was Anime Mushi, back when he used to do YouTube. I got a message here. Fuck. And I don't think he does YouTube anymore, but he's been wanting to send me this package for a while now. It's a shirt that he's been meaning to send me. In fact, he meant to send me this in 2014, 4 years ago. Well, better late than never, right? So this will actually be the first package that I open for BCG mail. I'm doing quotations because this isn't technically BCG mail. But let's see what you gave me. His real name is Caleb, so let's see what you gave me, Caleb. Opening the. See, I'm opening the package. What the fuck? Why is this tape is annoying? Okay. All right. Oh, Walmart bag. I'm gonna read the letter first because there is a letter in here. So, and then I'll show you guys the shirts. Dear Tony, sorry this took so long to get to you. 4 years, they told you, but at least it's finally making its way to you. Yeah, that's at the end of the day. That's really all that matters, right? The gift was at first meant to be a thank you gift for collaborating with me both on my channel and on the podcast. This is back in the day when he had his channel, and he had a podcast with another YouTuber, and I believe I was in a couple of them with them. I don't know if it's still on YouTube. If you look up Ninja Mushi, you might be able to find his videos and find him. I don't remember what video we did together, but I do remember we collaborated a couple of times. He was a sweet guy. But now I see it as a thank you for helping shape my early taste in anime, though I think it's better than ever now, wink. I hope you enjoy the shirt. It was airbrushed by my brother, Tony. Oh, his brother's name is Tony. That's kind of interesting. I would give a link to his Facebook, but I'm unsure if he's looking for work currently, much less online work. But if he is, I'll send you it, or I'll send it to you, I guess, over Facebook before you get to making a video on this. Well, I haven't gotten that message yet. I also am an artist who is currently working on a webcomic. If any wants to see my progress, check out my art Twitter at Ninja Mushi Art. Well, I guess I'm going to have to go check out Ninja Mushi Art after this. And you guys better check it out too. Hopefully that's not too much of an ad. Okay, I don't mean to be mean. I appreciate the gift. You spelled ad wrong. You put 2 D's. That's ad in the multiple or in the mathematical sense. It doesn't matter. Why am I nitpicking? Hopefully that's not too much of an ad, but it would be great to get some extra support. Have a great one, Caleb. Ninja Mushi. Well, Caleb, I just gave you maybe a couple people here that might actually go check you out, give you some support. I definitely will go and check you out and give you your support. Now let's see this lovely shirt that his brother Tony made for me. Tony. All right. Let's see. Ready, guys? Oh my God! It's amazing! It's amazing! Oh, dude, I'm putting this on right now. I'm sorry. It's about to get ready to X up in here. Just take this. Oh my God, this thing is amazing! Look at this shirt, guys! It's amazing! Look! It's me and a Captain America. Oh my fucking Lord! This is amazing! This is amazing! Look at this! That's Mew! That's me! That's me, the Captain. Oh my God! I'm not even kidding. This is amazing. Your brother did this? Wait, see, now I can't even look at it because I put it. Okay, I'm gonna put my other shirt back on because I kind of want to look at this. So hold on. Oh my God, this is amazing. Oh. Sorry about the nudity. Rated R. Everybody. God, this is amazing. Look at this thing. Your brother did this? And look at the tail. You can't even see the tail, but look at the tail. Wow. This is phenomenal. I'm not even kidding. I love this. Is amazing. Wow. Animes, movies, TV, anime, TV, movies, reviews, commentary. Oh my God, this is great. Black Critic Guy. Is this not phenomenal? Look at this shirt. This is great. Caleb, this is great. I love this. Wait, I want to read the comments. What do you guys think of it? Let's see. I love that shirt. It's sick. You're kind of fat, to be honest. Oh, thank you for telling me something I already didn't know. Thank you. Oh, it's cute. Looks like a great shirt. Dude, that's sick. I love it. Oh my God, holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God, holy crap. Yep. I'm in the same boat as you guys, man. Holy shit, this is a fucking amazing. Dude, I saw you were in here, Jay. Jay, did you see this? You see this? Huh? Now this is a real shirt, dog. This ain't no Superman bullshit. This is Captain America, baby. Look at this thing. God, it's beautiful. I love this. Oh man. Your brother is fantastic. Oh. Sorry, I just can't get over how good this shirt looks. This shirt is amazing. They said they spray painted this? Like, my God. Can't wait to share this online, man. This is amazing. I can't wait to wear this, actually. This is fucking amazing. Sorry, I'm sorry I'm spending so much time staring at this shirt. Look at this damn thing, dude. This shirt's amazing. You see, even Jay agrees that it's amazing. Look at this. See, Jay? Who's strong and brave here to save the American way? The Star-Spangled Man with a pran. Yeah, about to record Zone 4. Wait, record Zone 4. What the fuck does that mean? Oh man. So that was phenomenal. I really loved it. Thank you, Caleb. You know what? Even though it took 4 years, it was well worth the wait. I would have waited 4 years for that. I can't wait to wear that shirt. I'm not even kidding. I cannot wait to wear that shirt. I'm going to go out in public wearing that damn thing. People are going to like, whoa, that's so cool. Where'd you get that? I'm like, oh my God, it was sent to me by one of my subscribers, an awesome subscriber. Oh man, it's great. Okay, now that I'm done bloviating about that amazing shirt, One last thing before I get to answering your guys' questions. So when I went to go buy the drink of the month for this chat, I went to the candy section. It's one of my it's not weaknesses, but when I go into a store, it's kind, yeah, I guess it is kind of like my weakness. I have a weakness for candy. If I go into a store, I always go to the candy aisle just to see if they have anything interesting that I might want to take. This time around, they did have something interesting. They have these two new Sour Patch type candies. One is a fire candy, so I'm guessing it has like a heat kind of intensity. But the other one is this one, Sour Patch Kids Freeze, with a cooling sensation. And I thought I sample all four because there's four of them. There's blue raspberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade, cherry lime lemonade, and then of course lemonade. I'm gonna try all four of them and see what I think of it, and if it does have this cooling sensation. So let me go ahead and open this up. Add to my fatness that somebody had to point out to me, as if I didn't already know. Oh fuck, I opened it the wrong way. God, I opened it the wrong way. Okay, I'm gonna try my best not to open it. Okay, there we go. That should work. Okay, the first one I want to try is the cherry limeade. This one. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's good. It does taste like cherry limeade too. I definitely, it's weak, but I sense the cooling sensation. Okay. I guess I'll try the lemonade next. And this is the lemonade one. Okay. I like the cherry limeade better anyway. All right. Next, I guess we'll do, since the strawberries being thrown in my fucking face. Get off. I'll try the strawberry lemonade now. It tastes like kind of tastes like Radberry from the Extreme Sour Patch Kids. Not bad. Now the last one, blue raspberry. I'm gonna save this. This is actually really good. I'm gonna save this one later. And then blue raspberry. Yeah. I think cherry limeade is the best one. Maybe that's my bias towards liking cherry, but it's really good. All right, now that we got all that bullshit out of the way, let me read the comments and answer your questions. Cherry is usually my favorite flavor for any given candy. Well, Buckaroo, you and me agree there. Cherry is my go-to favorite. Okay, from Dalton Young, how's 2018 for you, buddy? 2018 was up and down. It was a rocky road. I think that's the best description for it. Because it started off pretty awful, man. Like, I didn't get to do the top 10 lists that I wanted to. I know you all were asking for it. I did not forget. I just didn't feel like it. I did not have the energy. I did not have not the will, but I didn't have the motivation to do it. And I can say that for the last 5 months. It's just I've not had any real motivation to make videos. And whenever I did make videos, I kind of forced myself. Not like do it, but I was looking at my view count and like what was going on, and I felt like I was pushing some subscribers away because of my inactivity. Because I know a lot of people were like, "Why aren't you making a lot of videos, man? What happened to all the content we love?" Now, I did try to revamp myself. My top 10 waifus was an idea that I've had for a long time, and I wanted to always try to see if I could make my top 10 list interesting in a way. And then the new way that I did my reviews for like MMO Junkie and fuck, what was that awful one? What was I don't I don't remember. It was the one where the guy had blue hair and there was a kiss note. What anime am I thinking about? See, that's how bad it was. I don't even remember what the anime was called. What was it called? Love Tyrant. Love Tyrant. Yeah, and so I tried something new with those styles, and I actually liked the new styles. I thought it was way more creative, energetic, phonetic, and it also got to show you guys visual aids of what I was speaking about. But I realized that the view count for those were relatively low compared to like old videos I used to do, where it was just me standing in front of a or sitting in front of a camera talking. That's why a couple months ago, if you guys remember, I asked you guys if you preferred the old way or the new style, and many of you wanted the old way. So I tried to. I'm sorry, Jay. I should have listened to you. I should have listened to you. I wasn't. I should have listened to you, Jay. But it made for a very fun video. So hey, at least we there was something we could take away from Love Tyrant. There was a plus to it, Jay. At least we can take something good away from Love Tyrant, that it provided a good Black Critic Guy video. I like your new style more. I like I said, Dalton, I liked it too. I thought it was very creative. I liked the effort that I put, because it felt like I was actually trying more than just my usual. But here was the problem. Around the same time, I was working my full-time job as a salesperson, and I already explained to you how much I fucking hated that position. And it required so much out of me that when I came back home to watch an anime, I didn't really feel so inclined to jot down a review in such a detailed fashion, because when doing that video, I have to plan it. I have to pick what parts are the live action parts, which ones are the voiceovers. Then I got to find the clips that correspond to the points that I'm making. It's a really long and arduous process. And since I come home around 6 p.m. after picking my grandma up, and then I feel like, okay, let me just spend about maybe 2 hours to myself to relax. But by the time I'm done relaxing, I'm so dead tired. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go to bed. And maybe I'll wake up in the morning and, do a review. Then I wake up in the morning and I'm still dead tired. And then I got to go do it all over again. And it was that cycle in infinitum. I kept doing that where I'm like, okay, let me rest for a little. Then I'll do a review in the morning. Then I get too tired. Then I go to work and then I do it all over again. So it was taxing to do that style. It was easier on me physically and mentally to do the old way because it was very simplistic, and it still got the points across, but it required so much out of me. I wouldn't mind returning to the old style, but if I didn't have a full-time job, then it wouldn't be a problem to me. But since I do, it is a problem. Maybe one day, or maybe somewhere, I will incorporate that new style for like discussion videos or like editorials, kind of like in the same fashion as the Nostalgia Critic. I don't know why. Bless me, Lord, for saying that name. But I've always wanted to do that style of video. In fact, guys, I saw this one anime. I didn't tell anybody about this except one of my coworkers. I saw this one anime called what was it? It was like, I couldn't become a hero, so I got like a part-time job or something like that. It was a long-ass title. It's Yusibu. I couldn't become a hero, so I reluctantly got a part-time job, something like that. And this anime was so bad, it convinced me that I finally had to make a video talking about fan service and how fan service is being used terribly. In fact, I still might work on that. Maybe not in the near future, but I definitely want to make a video about fan service, because I watch all these other YouTubers, anime YouTubers, and they talk about a specific anime, but I feel like they need to discuss more about problems with current anime, with contemporary anime in that regard, or that that's in regards to a heavy emphasis on fan service, and then this sort of big trend with incest. And that's the other one that I want to make. I want to make a discussion video about incest, kind of in the same vein as the one I made 3 years ago, but this would be a bit more refined and detailed, and it's actually going to be going into like discussions about why I feel like a sibling relationship. Well, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. The main contention for that video when it gets made is that to take away a sibling relationship between a brother and sister is more damaging than to put them in a relationship, because to me that's the easy way out. You can always pair a guy and a girl together and try to make them fall in love. Anybody can do that. But to create a well-defined sibling relationship, that takes effort. That's harder to do than it is to just make them like, just put them in these sexual situations. Any writer with a blank expression on their face could do something like that. And that's the thing I wanted to bring up. So yeah, maybe I can incorporate the new style with those editorial videos, food for thought videos kind of things, and then just stick to the roots of what most people really enjoy. If I feel so inclined that more people want to see that new style again, I may bring it back. But I want to do what my subscribers come to see me do. You know, that again, this is what this channel is all about. It's all about the subscribers. Ain't that right, Jay? Okay. Food for thought. Okay, John. Calm down there. Calm down there. All right, let's see some other comments. I know you guys have been posting like crazy. I haven't been reading it. Let's see. If you want that, use fan service done right. Oh, you worded that weird. If you want to see fan service done right, watch Food Wars and Sekirei. I'm planning on watching Food Wars, and from what I've seen from Food Wars, they do use fan service properly, and it is used in a very comedic fashion as well. So I like that. When fan service is used for comedy, if the comedy works, I'm okay with it. That's why I don't really bitch and complain about Love Hina that much, even though people say, well, how can you hate fan service or be so overly critical about fan service? You said you love Hina. Yeah, but that's situational fan service, and it's situational comedy. It's not like, hey, let's throw tits in your face like fucking High School DxD, and people still give me shit for that. There was this one guy, no, it was a group of guys on Twitter that were not shit posting, but they were trying to goat me into watching this one guy's video on my criticisms for High School DxD, and I didn't bite because, one, he was disrespectful to me, and two, if I felt so inclined, I can answer it. It's not hard to me. And people have this thing where they pick one part of a statement I made and they blow it out of proportion. They think that because I think, let me just phrase this right so I don't get misunderstood again. I said in that video that if someone were to tell me that High School DxD has the best story of any ecchi anime, that I would laugh in their face. I still believe that because it's a ludicrous statement to me. The best story? Better than Negima, better than Love Hina, better than Heaven's Lost Property. Better than, why? Oh, I was pointing to Is This a Zombie? That's what I meant to say. Better than Is This a Zombie or Heaven's Lost Property? Absolutely not. Because you know what? The girl characters in those animes, they actually have personalities. They're not just these sexual eye candy for the main character. And that's what a majority come off as. They're sexual eye candy. That's it. Issei is a fucking dolt and he's boring. He's not ever going to compare to Ayamu or Negi. Fuck, even Kitaro, even though he's part of the cliche number 9 squad, is 10 times more interesting than Issei. I don't care what anybody says. All right. And don't even get me started on Riaz. How is it that you're a badass girl and you need to be saved? Like, that's neither here nor there. No more of that. Tony, more rants. Don't worry, the rants are coming back, and I am still doing the cringe theater. There's a couple DVDs up here that I do need to do some cringe theaters on. I've been meaning to get back to them. And there's actually a couple of them I want to review as well. Like at the start of the year, I was watching Rumbling Hearts, which I must say, fantastic romance anime, really well done. I was quite impressed by how they handled the story in that, and it was actually quite a complex story with an interesting dilemma. And it caught me off guard too. I did not expect what happened in the anime to happen. I don't know why I didn't expect it. It just happened. I like Negima thanks to Tony. Hey! Favorite Yandere character. Funny enough, Konoho. Konoha. There we go. Kotonoha. There we go. Kotonoha. I actually have my list of the top 10 dandares, kuderes, top 5 yanderes, and derederes. Remember I told you guys I have a couple of top 10s that I need to make? Those are the top 10s I need to make. And I hope to get them done real soon. Let's see. Tony, or what's up, Tony? How's your day going? It's going fantastic. You know, I'm actually glad. I'm excited to get videos done again, and things are looking up for me. I'm having a good time. And shit, this candy's delicious. So yeah, things are good. Are you excited for Hereditary? I didn't see the trailer for that. I've heard things about it. Is it coming out in theaters or on Netflix? I don't remember. That's another thing I want to do. I want to review Netflix films. I've watched a couple, and a few of them I've been interested in reviewing. I came close. There was this one done by Andrew Nicolai that I wanted to do because it's definitely an Andrew Nicolai concept. But again, it's just so bland and boring that you just get you're not sucked into this world. You don't care about the characters. It's a style. It's an interesting concept ruined by poor execution, in my opinion. And Amanda Seyfried, God, woman, you are just lacking in charisma. Nice face, but not quite talented. Next rant needs to be 7 Mortal Sins, most cringeworthy thing ever. I haven't heard that one before. I feel like I get that on the daily. Like, oh my god, I saw the most cringiest thing ever, Tony. You got to see it. I'm like, I've seen quite a few cringy things in my life. So let's see. You mean Andrew Nicole? Well, it's pronounced. They pronounce it Andrew Nicolai. I don't know why it's spelled like that, but it's pronounced Nikolai. For cringe theater, I recommend Attack of the Killer Donuts. Well, I don't have that in my. Usually with cringe theater, I try to like watch the ones that I have. So I might pick those first, and then maybe I'll start looking into some things. Let's see. My little sister is. Goddamn incest. They don't even try to be clever with it anymore, man. I think it all started with Ori no Imoto when that was so blatant in its whole like titling. Is like, I can't believe my sister is this cute. Like, okay, I guess there's no need to hide it anymore. Usually, or recently, my sister's been acting unusual. I don't like you at all, big brother. Like, why do all these titles sound like goddamn like statements you would make to somebody instead of actual titles? Have you never heard of being concise? Like, I really think Ori no Imoto could be shortened to my cute sister. Boom, done. That is simple. It's a simple statement that explains my cute otaku sister. There, boom, done. Recently, my sister has been acting unusual. You could call it bizarre, you know. crazy notions of a possessed sister. Boom. See? I don't like it at all, big brother. Call it Baka. Baka! See how creative that can be? Ooh. Do you watch response videos to you? A couple. The first one that was ever sent to me was from a guy responding to my criticisms for High School DxD. I was going to make a response to it, but I said to myself, I want to, but I don't want people to just attack this guy for sharing his opinion. Now, maybe down the road, I will address these. But I want to make sure that my points are cleared when I'm dismantling what they're saying. In fact, there was this one I watched where this one person whose favorite anime, she wasn't exaggerating, her favorite anime is Juden-chan, and she defends it wholeheartedly. Now, some of her points are decent. I see where she's coming from, but a lot of them are false. They're false equivalencies from someone who's blinded by their fandom rather than seeing it through a critical lens. Just saying. Like, there was a lot of shit. I wrote it down somewhere because I actually wrote out my responses to statements she made, and I broke them down piece by piece. But yeah, I do watch response videos. I just don't respond to them that much because I don't really care to most of the time. I mean, I'll hear you out. You can say what you want, but at the end of the day, I'm really not going to change my opinion on what I said. I meant what I said. Only a couple of times would I actually watched Jeremy Johns. He did a video on the state of Star Wars, and he made one of the most poignant points you'll ever hear from a reviewer, and that's the fact that a lot of reviewers that you see nowadays, their opinions of films that they probably either liked or disliked in the past have rapidly changed. I'm a clear case of that. I hated Bakemonogatari when I first saw it, mainly because I didn't understand the point of it. And I was so drawn. I was misled by its awesome opening to think that it was going to be just as phonetic and energetic as its opening, but it turned out to be more of a dialogue-heavy series. I was not a good reviewer back then. So critically, it didn't even dawn on me that that was actually the point. And since I didn't really know the series, I went in very blind. And it was just people walking and talking and sitting and talking. It was boring to me. That's not a good argument. That's not a good defense as to why something's bad. The thing is the dialogue compelling? Is it interesting? What is it trying to say? Those are criticisms that need to be laid out when discussing an anime like Bakemonogatari. And when I finally got the point of it, I started to appreciate it more. Doesn't mean I loved it, but I did appreciate it more. How's the Switch so far? No, I haven't touched my Switch in like a month. I need to get back on that. You get me back on that, I'm not going to do any more reviews. You watching the playoffs? Yes. The Warriors got lucky yesterday. They almost fucking blew that game. And Kevin Durant, you are shrinking. What's going on, man? You're on the biggest stage. This is the time to show everybody you're better than LeBron and you shrink? Come on. Come on. Anyway. It's actually a joke people made about made about DxD, the best ecchi story ever. No, Dalton. These people were genuinely serious. Serious. One of my good friends here on YouTube, Sloan the Female Otaku, even claims that it has the best story. She's not joking. She's not being sarcastic. She meant it. And I kind of laughed to myself, like, really, Sloan? That's the best story. That's the best ecchi. That's the best story in an ecchi anime you've ever seen, girl. I can recommend you a ton of anime. They're way better than High School DxD in terms of story and character. So yeah. So yeah, you're cute, and no, I'm not thirsty at all. Oh, hey, thank you, Talk Cat. Let's see. Did you see the new Pokemon game on the Switch? Yeah, I'm not playing it. They're basically incorporating Pokemon Go into the Switch, and how is it? 2 fucking years, guys. 2 fucking years this thing has been out, and they have not addressed the biggest thing people have been asking for. Where's battle mode? I don't want to go out and collect Pokemon anymore. The novelty of that has worn thin. I want a battle. Where's the battles? Apparently, there's no battle mechanics incorporated in this new Pokemon game. So what's the fucking point? You know, the thing about Pokemon, what made it so fun is that you catch Pokemon and you battle Pokemon. Where's the excitement in just catching Pokemon and just collecting a bunch of Pokemon? I don't want to collect. I want to battle too. That novelty's worn thin. Yu Yu Hakusho OVA is coming this year. Oh man. Oh man, that's exciting. I can't wait to see that. I hope Funimation brings back the original voice cast. Oh man. I miss hearing Justin Cook as Yusuke. You're Meshi, man. One of these days I'm gonna watch Yu Yu Hakusho again, just for the fuck of it, because God, that was such a great show. I love that. Might be the best shonen anime I've ever seen. It's arguable because I think Fullmetal Alchemist is amazing. That's an epic masterpiece. Dragon Ball Z, people can make arguments for that, although I personally don't think it is the greatest shonen anime. I think it's the standard for what a shonen anime needs to be, or what it needs to thrive to beat. But Yu Yu Hakusho has a very well laid out story, interesting, fascinating characters. It was just very well put together. Let's see. Yuri on Ice follow-up movie coming soon. You gonna watch it? I mean, I could. I don't see why not. If anything, I want to watch Heaven's Field. I want to watch Fate's Day Night, Heaven's Field. Not Field. Feel. Heaven's Feel. I want to watch that. They've been posting a lot of it on Facebook. Like they do these videos with the voice casts. And I'm like, oh man, I just want to see this film already. Release the English dub. I'm waiting for the English dub so I can watch that, because as much as I do enjoy the Japanese dub of Fate's Day Night, Heaven's Feel, I want to see the English dub. And it's funny enough, the romance in that story is focused on one of the girls I've always wanted them to focus on, the purple hair girl. Weirdly enough, her name escapes me. Sorry, girl that I'm interested in. Let's see. Your thoughts on the Thundercats Roar fiasco? I mean, like everybody else, I just found it to be unnecessary. And it felt like it was Cartoon Network's way of saying, hey, you know how popular Gumball is and Teen Titans Go? Well, what if we mashed those two together and made this fucking ugly hybrid of a show called Thundercats Roar? But after the initial shock, I just said to myself, why do I give a fuck? I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to waste my time to see it. And everybody else making a big deal about it. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, who literally gives a fuck right now? If they want to make that, fine. Just don't watch it. If anything, it's not even made for you. It's made for the kids. If the kids don't watch it, the show will fail. Now, granted, okay, well, I hate to sound mean, but most kids nowadays are kind of stupid. So they would fall victim to Thundercats Roar, find it really cute and funny, and like, I like it. And then the show's going to last like 15 seasons. Which, by the way, you know what angers me? Cartoon Network used to have this one rule where shows can only last for about, 76 episodes? 76 episodes. That's all you were given. And then the show had to be canceled. Now shows can go up to 100 episodes. They go on for forever. And I'm sitting there like, wow, if they just waited a little longer, or if they made that the standard back in the day, we might have more episodes of Kids Next Door, more episodes of The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Like, all we got with them is like, I think Kids Next Door had 82 episodes, including 2 movies. And then Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy had about 76 episodes with 2 movies. And I'm like, wow, dude, we could have had more of that shit. No, instead, we, regular show and Gumball and Adventure Time, all great shows, by the way. I'm not condemning them, but all these great shows, they get to go 100 plus episodes until they feel like, okay, we've reached the part where we're done with the show. God, if we only had that longer. Oh, no. Cartoon Network had that rule. But Disney had it too. It wasn't. Well, here's the thing. Disney had the rule, but never really followed the rule because, like, a lot of their live action shows, they lasted for a very long time. Some of them lasted for almost nearly 10 years. And their cartoon shows, like shit. Kim Possible was supposed to end after season 3. They brought it back for season 4 because it was so popular. But Cartoon Network had that rule where you can only have a certain amount of episodes. And I believe it was between 60 and 80. 60 and 80, that's how long you had. I promise you, look it up. Oh, see, Jay proved me right. Had 65 episodes, the minimum for syndication. Cartoon Network was longer. Told you. And what hype for Fully Coolly Progressive? Isn't that airing tonight in the United States? I don't get it until later on. I think I get it tomorrow because, well, no, it would be on Saturday for you guys. So you would get it. Yeah, tomorrow for you guys, tomorrow night. So I won't be able to see it until Sunday night, unfortunately. But I'll try to give it a watch once it goes up. I'm excited to see it, actually. Let's see. Someone made an Ed and Eddie meme. Yeah, I know about that meme about them bringing back Ed and Eddie, and it's like them in these really cartoonish looks. Someone actually sent that to the creator. He's like, fuck that shit. Let's see. Disney had a rule until the Lizzie McGuire movie blew up after they canceled the show and they kicked themselves. Jay, what are you talking about now? I don't get it, Jay. What are you talking about, Jay? I still don't see how Thundercats World could be worse than our cartoon president. Well, you just had to bring politics into it, didn't you, Stockton fan? It's not that it's worse than, they're equally bad. How about that? They're equally bad, but one is more impactfully bad than the other one. I'll let you choose which one of the two is more impactfully bad. Is it better Teen Titans cartoon still on? Is the better Teen Titans cartoon still on TV? Well, that would depend on which one you think is better. Do you think the original is better, or do you think Teen Titans Go is better? By the way, speaking about Teen Titans Go, I'm actually going to watch the entire series leading up to my review of Teen Titans Go to the movies, because I'm actually looking forward to the movie. I'm not joking. I'm legitimately looking forward to seeing Teen Titans Go to the movies. I know what you're all going to say. How could you, Tony? That's sacrilege. It's a disgrace to the original. Just calm down. The original still exists. It's still there. Someone actually explained it to me, though. I think it was on one of our shows, Jay. You were it was either you or Kat who told me this, that they actually stopped Teen Titans, the original, dead in its tracks, where apparently oh fuck. What's her name? The one that Beast Boy had a relationship with, Tara, where Tara came back and they were going to have this whole like new season kind of explaining why she came back, and then they just canceled the show because the toys weren't selling anymore. And I'm like, fuck. Dude, this is what happens when you put toys over storytelling, man. So yeah, I am upset about that. But Teen Titans Go is its own entity with a different creative staff, and it's supposed to be a parody. Y'all need to get that through your heads. Let's see. I believe Cartoon Network has no respect for creative control, and I think the Teen Titans Go movie will be a failure, but at least Nick Cage gets to play Superman. It only took him 20 years, right? I mean, we'll see. I don't know if it will be a failure, but I mean, if they incorporate a lot of that self-referential humor that I personally enjoyed, I think it will be fine. Although, let me tell you, I will agree. There's one thing that kind of annoyed me about the show, and I only saw a bunch of clips of the show, is that they do stretch out some of these like comedic situations way too long. But I like how each one of them, they all riff on each other, basically. To me, that's what friends are. Like, friends just riff on each other. If you've ever like hung out with your friends, how many times do you guys have like these deep philosophical conversations and deep complex discussions? It doesn't happen that often. So it does happen, but not as prevalently as you would find in like a dramatic story similar to like Teen Titans. Teen Titans feels more well, I can't say that. My point is that I feel like all these guys are friends and they're joking constantly with each other. I find that humorous. I relate to that. Could Teen Titans Go have been better comedically? Sure, I think it could, but considering its demographic, it's doing its job well. And that's all that matters. Like, these people acting so butthurt about Teen Titans Go, like, do you realize it's not made for you? It's not made for you. I'm sorry. And they're going to say, well, what about Steven Universe? What about, Adventure Time? That's still made for kids. It's just that it also resonates with adults. That happens sometimes. Avatar was not made for adults. It was made for kids, but its story was so well told that it resonated with adults too. But sometimes not every cartoon show on Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel has to have such a wide appeal. They can just be for kids. How many adults would like watching Codename Kids Next Door? I tell you right now, I knew adults when I was a kid that looked at a show like that and thought it was fucking stupid. I remember an adult telling me, why the hell are you watching that, when I was watching Billy and Mandy? I thought it was stupid. And I was like, it's not stupid. It's actually pretty funny, pretty smart in some areas. But so this whole notion that cartoons need to be for everybody is ludicrous. Their demographics mean something, people. And Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, the Disney Channel, they're aimed towards specific demographics. Just like Adult Swim's not meant for kids. It's meant for adults. That's why it's called Adult Swim. Nick at Night was made for an older crowd. Hello. With that tirade out the way, let's move on to another question. Wait, we're talking about Billy and Mandy? Yeah, I love Billy and Mandy. Billy and Mandy is my second favorite Cartoon Network show. Most animated series are made for younger demographics, but adults enjoy them. Gargoyles was made for boys 16 and 12, but was written for all. I agree, Jay. I agree. But the main focus was kids. Now, I will say this, many shows were smart enough not to treat kids like fucking idiots and wrote interesting stories with complex dialogue and storylines with interesting and complex characters, because they saw these kids as not only consumers but intellectuals in a sense. They challenged these kids to watch things that either will make them uncomfortable or maybe something that is a bit more heavy-handed than, simple slapstick. That's why I appreciated shows like Justice League and Teen Titans, or when I was younger, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was not really particularly a kid's show, but you need to make sure that you appeal to your main demographic first. If you don't, you're going to fail. And then, and again, not all shows need to be heavy-handed. Not every show needs to be deep and complex. I think a handful here and there, great balance from the slapstick comedy that kids usually radiate towards. Hell, I'll be honest. As much as I did like Justice League, it's not in my top 5 favorite cartoons from Cartoon Network. That falls to what? Billy and Mandy and Ed and Eddie. What were they? They were slapstick comedies, like over the top animated comedies, because that's what really resonated with me as a kid. Yeah, complex stories were great. They were action packed. I did love them, but they just weren't my go to. My go to was comedy. So that's what I radiate towards. Let's see. Let's move on from this topic now. Let's pick another story or another question. Let's see. I know a lot of kids like Adult Swim. I watched Adult Swim when I was 13, so yeah. And yes, I get a lot of kids do like it, but their main demographic wasn't kids. Why do you think it says TV 14, TVMA? Because that's their audience. Adults. You know, adults like cartoons too. All right. Which avatar are you referring to? Admiral Michaela. Were you not paying attention to the context of what the discussion was? You know exactly what avatar I was talking about. Moving on. Next question. Okay. Do you watch Collider? No. Demographic range is not an excuse. It's not an excuse, Ronan. It's not an excuse. Rohan, not Ronan. Rohan. It's not an excuse. It's an explanation. You want to take it as an excuse, you can take it as an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's an explanation. Because guess what? Demographics do matter. They matter. You take it as an excuse all you want. If you think it's a bad show, guess what? That's subjective from one viewer to the next. It's not an objective opinion that Teen Titans Go is a bad show. That's your and a bunch of other. That's the internet's opinion. And I'm sorry, but the internet hate mob is not always correct. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. I don't think they got it right with this one. And we're moving on. We're picking another question now. Let's see. House of Cards gets worse as it goes on. Yeah, I'm not even watching the next season because as much as I hate what Kevin Spacey did, I cannot forgive him for what he did. I mean, just replacing him with Robin Wright. As much as I do like Claire doesn't work as her own individual character. She works well when paired up with Frank. They work together as a duo. Her as an individual character, I don't know if I'm going to have that same sort of feeling. And that's not a sexist thing. It's just, yeah. What is your thoughts on A Wrinkle in Time? I didn't see it. It looked awful. I didn't waste my time. Do you like The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody? When I was growing up, I hated it. I thought it was stupid. These fucking annoying-ass kids running around a hotel giving shit to the black dude constantly. And he's like yelling at them, you kids. I didn't really care much for it. I like That's So Raven. I did not like Hannah Montana. I know a lot of people like Hannah Montana. I didn't like Hannah Montana. I'm trying to think. Lizzie McGuire was okay to a degree. Like I enjoyed it in pieces, but I wouldn't say that's like, oh man, Lizzie McGuire's on TV. I gotta go check that out. That's So Raven to me was like the standard of like really good sitcom, Disney sitcom. It was the standard for me, and I like the concept of her having these premonitions of the future. It's great concept, great idea. Season 6 of House of Cards worries me. I don't blame you, Admiral. It worries me too, but I'm just not inclined to watch it. I don't care to watch it, and that's heartbreaking. That I don't care to watch House of Cards. That was the first Netflix show I ever watched, and it convinced me that Netflix can actually do some good shows. And now I don't even care for it. That's heartbreaking. That's weird. Oh, it was looking at there's like some type of cloudy thing at the bottom. I guess maybe the sugar's like sinking to the bottom. I don't know. Whew. Let's see. Yeah, the internet bitches at Sword Art Online while look at DXD as an okay thing. Well, to be fair, there's some valid criticisms for Sword Art Online. Did the vitriol need to be that bad? I don't think so, but I see some of their points. I think honestly the hatred for a Sword Art Online was magnified or intensified, I should say, by Digibro's video. Or I should say Digibro's videos. They blew them out of proportion, and it just kind of gave a bad feeling to, or it put a lot of bad, it left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And that's why Sword Art Online gets so much hate as it does today. I would say it's almost in the same vein as my hatred for incest anime. Like, I started noticing recently that a lot of people have been sharing my similar opinions when it comes to incest and anime, at least in the YouTube sphere. Like, I saw a video by Anime America, and I'm like, damn, these are points I made all the way back in 2014. Where were you? Where have you been? You know? And then I even saw Digibro. He was watching Manga Sensei, and he was making a lot of points that I made in past videos. Like, it's just a story about a guy that wants to fuck his sister. Like, yuck, man. Or a sister trying to get into her brother's pants. To me, this is not just like, to me, it was just commonplace. The fact that I've been hearing it more prevalently being said in the anime community on YouTube, and the fact that I was featured in one of Gigax's videos on Manga Sensei, I was touched by the inclusion, actually. I'm auditioning for Disney Channel on Saturday. Whoa, congratulations, Juliet. Good luck to you. Hopefully you get it. What's the show you're auditioning for? Or out of curiosity. Okay, let's see. What other questions are you asking? Any questions? Let's see. Tales of the Abyss was awesome. Let's see. See a lot of questions here. Oh, here's one. Date Live third season on the way. Origami will get a character development. We found out who the first spirit was. Fucking took them long enough. And like at the end of the second season, I'm like, okay, well, Origami's gonna be a character, or is she gonna be a joke? Which one is it? Are we gonna learn who the first angel? I mean, the first spirit was. You know, who caused the second? What was it called? The second impact ripoff. Who caused that? Let's see. Did you ever see? I guess you meant to say see. Did you ever see that Scooby-Doo Supernatural crossover? No. But I was given a lot of flack from my good friend Lainey. She watched it and she was like yelling at me like, Tony, I told you it's not as bad as you thought, because I couldn't believe it. I thought it was like such a weird crossover idea. Like, it just didn't make sense to me. It was ludicrous. But she was like, it's not that bad, Tony. Stop hating on it. I'm like, I can't help but hate on it. It's stupid. Favorite joke from Infinity War? That means get lost, Squidward. I mean, who doesn't remember the Squidward line? No one even remembers his name. They just remember that he was called Squidward, and it was pretty apt that he was called Squidward. That might be the best joke in my opinion. Although there was a lot of solid humor in Avengers Infinity War. Damn, I want to see that movie again now. Might go see that this weekend. Who knows? Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Yep. I don't feel so good either, kid. What is your IQ? It's high enough to be a lover of Rick and Morty. So that's how high my IQ is. Let's see. Then again, who should win Game of Thrones? That's actually a good question, but Najib Butt. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Najib Butt. In my honest opinion, the person I think that's going to win the Game of Thrones, everyone says Jon Snow. It does seem kind of like they are aiming towards that, but here's my wild prediction. I think Arya is going to win the Game of Thrones. Hear me out. In the Battle for the Dawn, which is exactly what they're building up to right now, the Battle for the Dawn, it's obvious Daenerys is going to die. She has to die. It's been foreshadowed very well throughout the series. And I just feel like after watching the last season, it was further cemented that she was going to die. Jon might die again too, a more nobler death, I guess. I think Sansa's going to die. Jaime actually is going to live. I think Jaime will make it out alive. I think Tyrion's gonna die. Cersei's definitely dying. She's not living. She's not living. And I think the few remaining people will be Davos. He's gonna live through all of this. I think it's either him. No. It's gonna be Samwell Tarly. He's basically the Sam to Jon's Frodo. He's going to write the tale of the Song of Ice and Fire. He's going to write the book. And it's going to be his recounting of all the events that occurred leading up to the big Battle for the Dawn. So Samwell's going to be alive. Davos will be alive. Arya will be alive. I think Sansa will die. I don't think she's going to be sticking around for too long. Daenerys is gone. Tyrion's gone. I'm trying to think who else is gone. Ooh, I think it'd be amazing if Mr. Dickless, what's his name? Oh man, his name's escaping me. Euron, no, not Euron. Theon Greyjoy. He'll be the ruler of the Iron Islands. I think his sister's gonna die, and he's gonna finally live up to his Greyjoy name and join an alliance with the Starks. I think that's gonna happen. That'd be exciting. Who's your favorite Rick and Morty character? I mean, it's kind of hard because Rick and Morty together, they're just one dynamic character, both of them. I'll tell you the character I hate the most. I do not like Jerry. I'm sorry. I know that the joke with Jerry is that he's kind of like this boring dad who's done nothing. He's a deadbeat, literally a deadbeat. And you're supposed, and I think they purposely made it so you hate this character. But they do try their best to make him likable. The thing is, it never worked for me. And any story that surrounded him and his wife, oh my fucking Lord. I'll give the show this. They nailed the awful couple that just don't get along and bicker all the time, because I just wanted to choke both of them. That's how frustrating it was to deal with them. Summer's starting to really grow on me. Originally, I thought she was a boring character, but as the series went on, man, I'm surprised at how much I like this character now. She seems to be more aggressive and wants to participate in adventures more. Like, I actually like it when Summer participates in the adventures. Like, one of my favorite episodes of season 3 was when they went to that Mad Max planet, and she was like one of the vocal points of the story. I'm like, I love this. I like this new Summer. This is a fun Summer. I like this. Morty's fun as always. Ooh, evil Morty. Cannot wait for more evil Morty. I can't wait to see where they're gonna go with that storyline. Considering that we get 70 more episodes of Rick and Morty, I can only imagine how they're going to further expand upon it. So excited. Okay, are you going to review My Hero Academia Season 3? Yeah, maybe. I might just do a quick thoughts video on it because I already did a review for the show and just kind of like follow up like, oh, here's my thoughts on Season 3 now. Kind of like what I did with Season 2 where it wasn't technically a review. It was just me giving my thoughts. Do you think Loki will come back? It pains me to say it, but yeah, I think he is coming back. And the reason I say it pains me to say is because it really squanders the death that he had, because his death would have been fun. If he stayed dead, I would have been like, man, that's a really impactful death, because everybody loved Loki, and now he's gone. But I mean, considering that they have the time stone, and I have this weird feeling that they're going to incorporate a time travel premise to the next film, because there are they showed some on the set shots where it shows them in their original uniforms when they were when they were a part of the first Avengers film. So I think they're going to go back in time and defeat Thanos before he even thinks about getting the Infinity Stones, which will fucking suck if they do that. But I think I might buy it. Let's see. Are you a fan of video games? Of course. Who doesn't love a good video game? I literally bought a Nintendo Switch so I could play Super Mario Odyssey, which, by the way, I want to play that game again. That game was fucking addicting. Let's see. Nostalgia Critic reviewed, I guess, the Emoji Movie. I don't fucking care. I'm done with him. I'm done with Channel Awesome. I'm never going back. Do you think LeBron is going to beat the GOAT? No. No. Have they made a MMA type anime yet? I think someone just recommended one called a Megalobox, which, if I'm correct, is a mixture of boxing and MMA. I'm sure if you look around enough, you'll find an anime that is MMA focused, but I haven't seen one myself yet. Are you going to watch Fate Stay Night 2006? I was given that, I believe. I don't remember if it's in here or not, but I do remember somebody sending me Fate Stay Night 2006. I heard it's not that good, though, which kind of makes me very hesitant to watch it. But, I mean, if I were to watch it in comparison to, Fate Stay Night and Limited Blade Work, which is just going to be phenomenal, it's going to pale in comparison to Unlimited Blade Work. Let's see. What are some movies you love that no one talks about? That's a good question, Disco Spider. I love My Neighbor Totoro. And I won't say that it's not talked about, but I don't think it's talked about as much as other Studio Ghibli films. So that breaks my heart. Another one that I feel like did get a lot of praise, but now has been kind of disregarded, is WALL-E, which I still think is the best Pixar film ever made. Many people will disagree, I know, because people want to say that freaking The Incredibles is the greatest Pixar movie ever made, the first Toy Story, the third Toy Story, Up, Coco, The Inside Out, those are the best ones. But no one really brings up WALL-E, in my opinion. Or they'll say Finding Nemo, which to me is like the fifth best. But dude, WALL-E is the best in my opinion. It had the heart, it had the story, it made me fall in love with two inanimate objects. Well, not inanimate, but two lifeless objects, and brought life to them. Like, if you can make me fall in love with two robots, that is phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Animat just introduced me to an Italian Fantasia parody called Allegro non troppo. Huh. Yeah, I heard a lot about Animac. He seems to be blowing up. You could say I'm a little jealous, but it's okay. He's doing well for himself, and I applaud his success. I'm not gonna say, he doesn't deserve it. He's earned it. And all you can really do is just praise the guy for doing well. Although I get as much praise as him. Just kidding. Let's see. Thoughts on the Christopher Robin trailer? I like it. I like it a lot. Although I feel like they gave the movie away. That he had to go and help Winnie the Pooh find the other guys in the 100-Acre Woods and stuff. I love Winnie the Pooh. Still one of my favorite Disney films. one of my favorite Disney characters, and one of my favorite Disney shows. The Many Adventures is one of, like, I love The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. It's a lovely, fun show. And it has one of my favorite theme songs growing up. Gotta get up, gotta get going. I'm gonna see a friend of mine. He's round and he's fuzzy. I know him because he's just Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Looking for fun, chasing some honeybees. Pooh Bear, I'm gonna be there. Rumbly tumbly, climbing a honey tree. Fun never ends for us. We're so adventurous, at least every now and again. And when you're alone and there's nobody home, it's nice to be able to count on a friend like Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Wherever you go, oh, won't you take me, please, Pooh Bear? I gotta be there. It's me and it's you, a silly old Winnie the Pooh. Do 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 do. See, good song. I love that song, man. Although, in my opinion, the best Disney theme song, my favorite, was Goof Troop. Love Goof Troop. Okay, let's see. Sony Pictures Animation is the best studio ever. Oh, sure it is. What's this? Animax had the same thing in his podcast. Same thing about what? About Sony Pictures being the best animation studio? Oh, wow. What do you think of the live-action Woody the Woodpecker film? I didn't see it. I heard it was bad. I knew it was going to be bad. Like, the fact that it wasn't even released in theaters. I mean, it's kind of like that's a red flag. Red flag on the play. What do you think? All right. Will you do any more response/commentary videos like the one you did on that video? Oh, shit. More comments. Hold up. Okay, back to what? Will you do any more response/commentary videos like the one you did on that video saying Michael Jordan isn't the GOAT? If I'm inclined to do a video like that, like if I'm motivated enough to want to do something like that, I'll do it again. I just was so like, my blood was boiling when I watched that video. It was awful. It was terrible. I hated that video. It's one of the worst. It's one of the poorly constructed videos I've ever seen, and I had to rip it I had to rip it a new asshole because it was so bad. So if I ever see a video in the same fashion, I may be inclined to do that again. Although I hope to be more structured in my points. Like, I did that on the cuffs. That's why the video was literally an hour long, because I rambled a lot. There were points where I repeated myself constantly. So hopefully that won't happen again. Tony, do your videos still get demonetized? Not as much, surprisingly enough. I haven't gotten the yellow icon in like 3 months. I guess they're finally they're not coming down hard like they did back in October where they first introduced the thing. Now it's they've been more lenient, so I like that. So yeah. Do you still love Luann Loud? Yes, I actually was on Twitter today, and the voice actress for Luann posted a picture of Luann, and it looked like she was kind of like not setting up, I should say. No, it wasn't her. Or was it her? I think it might have. Yeah, it was her. I was like, oh, Luann love story? Hell yeah. And she liked my comment. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, Luann's still my favorite. I need to get back to the Loud House, honestly. Back to the Loud House. Hey, Jay, remember that? Back to the Loud House. I do need to get back to that show, though. Oh, man, I miss it so much. I miss the humor. I miss the fun characters, their interactions. It does pain me that Chris Savino's no longer a part of it, although, I mean, it's what can you do, man? What can you do, man? You know, he's awful. Will we get? Well, looks like we get new episodes next week. New episodes of what? Let's see. What are your thoughts on the original Ben 10? When I first saw Ben 10, I thought it was overrated. I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay. One of my best friends, he lives here on Guam now. His name is Dre. He loved Ben 10 growing up. Like, he would constantly talk about Ben 10 to me, and it just drove me fucking crazy because I didn't like Ben 10. I thought, again, it was so overrated. There was some cool things about it, but for me, I'm like, whatever, Ben 10. It's a fun concept, you know. He can turn into aliens. He has this, like, wristwatch that has different species of aliens that he could transform into, but then the concept kind of got watered down because he no longer had only 10 aliens. He could transform to multiple aliens. That's why it was laughable to me that they still kept the name Ben 10. I'm like, well, there's not 10 creatures that he can become anymore. Like, he can become multiple now. So the whole concept was that he can only turn into 10 aliens. That's why he's Ben 10. That it's a nitpick. It's a nitpick, but it was something that did kind of rub me the wrong way. Like, really, are we still doing Ben 10, Omniverse, Ben 10 to infinity and beyond? Like, how many Ben 10s are we gonna fucking have? Then they did that shitty live action. Remember the shitty live action Ben 10? Oh my god. That was during that era where I don't know what Cartoon Network was thinking about doing live action movies and shows. Your Cartoon fucking network. Nobody wants to see live action shows on Cartoon Network. Like, they did that whole Cartoon Network Live or something. What was that era where they brought in Andrew WK to host a show, like a game show, and then they reanimated that shitty Cartoon Network show where it's like a hybrid of cartoons and humans with the most forgettable cartoon characters, by the way. Nobody remembers the cartoons from Reanimated. Then they gave them a show called Out of Jimmy's Head. Who gives a fuck? Oh, that was one of the worst times to be a fan. I think that's what turned me off to Cartoon Network. The moment they turned their backs on cartoons, I'm like, you're not the same network I know. I'm done with you. You're awful. Any thoughts on UQ Holder? Oh, whoopsie. UQ Holder anime, aka the Negima sequel. I've not watched it yet, although I really want to. The reason I haven't watched it yet is because I want to finish reading Negima. I know there's a time skip. I know that the story gets resolved. I know that Negi finds his father. But I want to read it first before I do UQ Holder. Hold on for a second. I got a message. I gotta read this. Excuse me. I'm in a live chat right now. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Okay. Anyway, back to reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. Whoop, there goes. Just kidding. There was more than one Ben 10 movies. They all were bad. Doesn't matter how many. You give them 5, 6, 7, 1,000 movies. It doesn't change the fact that I didn't like them. I didn't care for them. Do you think Tommy Wiseau is a bad actor? Is that even a question? Like, yes, he's a bad actor. Moving on. Let's see. I would like to see Princess I don't know how to say her name, from Black Cauldron in Wreck-It Ralph 2. You know, someone actually brought up a good point in my video talking about why Kida wasn't in the lineup for the Disney princesses for Disney. She mentioned a video by these guys called the Super Carlin brothers explaining why some of these Disney princesses you don't see very often, and mainly because they just didn't sell that well. Their films were not very successful. You know, box office success and sales will basically be the judge as to whether or not Disney will continue representing or like pushing this princess. You know, and that makes a lot of sense since Disney is about its bottom line, its money. But I don't know, especially in this day and age where they're asking for more diversity, you would think that they would bring back Kita just to say, hey, look, we're Disney, we're diverse. Look, we brought back Kita, black girl, you know, dark skin, voiced by Cree Summer. She's a black actress. Hey, diversity. Disney. I mean, you fucked up Star Wars with your diversity quota. Why not also throw that in with your diversity quotas with your Disney princesses? Let's have a Latina. Hey, Latina princess. Even though I think you guys already do. Her name is Elena. Elena of Valor. Okay. Princess. She's the princess of Al Valor. It's what's the one that's for little kids? It's not, they don't call it Playhouse Disney anymore. Fuck, what's it called? Disney Junior. It's on Disney Junior. Tony, favorite Minami-K girl. Oh wow, Mad Circle. You remembered that I reviewed Minami-K back in the day, huh? I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. It's been 7 years since I've seen that anime. Fuck. I don't remember her name, but the middle girl, the middle sister was my favorite because she was the one that was the most energetic and bombastic. I was very entertained by her. I like that she always squabbled with her lolly looking sister. If there's one thing that's okay, besides the characters, the only thing I really remember from Minami-K was Sensei, and remember Sensei in Ninomiya-kun? There was this really over-the-top soap opera that the sisters watched where this student fell in love with her teacher and they couldn't be together. And every time that she would like get into danger and she'd be like, Sensei! And then the sensei's like, Ninomiya-kun! And it all led to this moment where she was walking in the rain and she saw the teacher. And he's like, Ninomiya-kun! And she's like, Sensei. And then it cuts to this stock video of like a wheel like speeding down the road, right? And so they chase after each other. They're trying to meet each other in the middle of the road. Ninomiya-kun gets hit by a car and she ends up in a coma. Well, not a coma. I think she's like brain dead or something like that. Something like that, where she's like in a comatose state. And Sensei starts drinking, and then he sees Ninomiya-kun at the other side of the road, or in the other sidewalk, and she's walking out into the streets. And then he goes, Ninomiya-kun! And then he gets hit by a car too, and then he ends up in a comatose state. Both of them are now walking down the streets. And the doctor's like, stop, Sensei, Ninomiya-kun. And then the same car is speeding down the road again. The doctor points it out. He's like, oh no, not this again. He's like, Sensei, Ninomiya-kun. And he stops in front of the car. The car swerves to the left and hits Sensei Ninomiya-kun. Oh my God. You see what I mean? That's the most memorable thing about the show. And then they also played like this video game, which was a parody of various video games like Zombies and Mario, stuff like that. Fighting games. There's one where they actually have Sensei and Ninomiya-kun fighting each other, and I'm like, how do you win? Like if the Sensei beats if the Sensei beats Ninomiya-kun, it's a bad end. So I thought that was funny. Moving on to another question now. Sorry, I got some messages here. Okay. Can we get 100 likes in this live chat? Yeah, Fadi, tell them. Is it pronounced Fadi, by the way? If I pronounced that wrong, I apologize. Fadi Bakarat. Okay, I'm just gonna give up. I'm not gonna pronounce it right. I can already tell I pronounced it wrong. 100 likes though, guys. Can we give this video 100 likes for Fadi? Come on. 100 likes for Fadi, everybody. Let's see. I hate those student-teacher love stories. I find them cringy. I don't blame you, although being a sucker for romance, I always like romances that are done well, no matter who's the romance. I think romances between teachers and students, they're complex, and that's what makes them so interesting to me. Now, if it's just done for the sake of having these two get into these sexual situations, I have a problem with them. But if it actually explores the meaning of, like, what does it mean to love somebody and to fall in love, and were you truly in love? Like, I've yet to see a story about a well, no, I have seen one, but it wasn't a teacher. It was just an older gentleman. After the Rain is a perfect example of this, where it's not really clear if the older man loves the woman or the high school girl. The high school girl does, I think she genuinely does love the guy, but she's also using it as a way to not address her bigger problem, which is accepting her injury and trying to get better. She's literally running away with it. I just loved the imagery that show had, and the fact that it was able to tell its story in a very subtle way. One thing I loved about After the Rain is that it told its story through its visuals. One of the best shots in the entire series is in the first episode, which the first episode, by the way, is all told subtextually through the visuals about what the story is about, what the true story is about, not this pretend love story or this love story that pretends to be the main story. That's what I found so fascinating about it, is that it's not really a love story. It's a drama about these two characters who ran away from their passion, from their visions, because they saw an easy way out and they just didn't want to be hurt. And both of them realized this through their time together, reconcile and pursue their dreams once more. Very well done. And that, by the way, that shot I was talking about, there's a scene where one of the girls is picking up one of the hurdles. It breaks, and it breaks right in front of the main girl character, hinting at the injury that this girl has. Very well done. And then there was another shot, a beautiful shot, where you see the top of the hill, the track team is running, and then at the bottom of the hill is the main girl character, and she's running too, but then she stops as the track people start running, and then she just continues on walking. It's this contrast between, like, her passion being out of reach due to her injury. Again, just phenomenal storytelling. It got a little rocky, though, as the series went on, but that was really good. Okay. Thoughts on the Loud House movie? And by the way, the film just recently got postponed. Postponed? Like, it's not coming out next year? When are they releasing? Damn it. No. Really? See, this is why we can't have good things. Oh, man. Let's see. SpongeBob 3 coming in 2020. Oh, we get a SpongeBob movie, but we have to postpone the Loud House movie. Come on. Come on, Nickelodeon. Damn it. Let's see. I also find it strange how After the Rain portrayed itself as a romance. It's not strange. It was clever misdirection. Clever misdirection. They trick you into believing that this is a love story between a teenager and a 40-year-old man. It's not. That's not the main story. The main story is about this girl dealing with an injury that prevented her from pursuing what she really wants to do, which is run. She's a runner. She's a sprinter. And her coping with this by searching for another passion, and that would happen to be her manager, this 40-year-old man. But in the process, she slowly realizes that she can't have this relationship. It's deterring her from doing what she really needs to be focusing on, her passion to start, like her passion for track and field, her passion for cross country. And even with his interactions with the main girl, he starts to realize that he shouldn't be slacking on his passions either. He needs to get back on the horse, whether he succeeds or not. You know, he gave up on it, and he can't give up on it. He has to pursue it as best as he can, even if it fails. That's the whole point. Even if you fail, the fact that you even tried, that's the victory in itself. Beautiful storytelling. After the Rain might be the best anime I saw in 2018, and probably one of the best romance, I say romance with quotations, that I've seen in the past 5 years. Because I actually did feel a genuine bond with them. I was convinced in this relationship. I wanted it to succeed. I wanted them to be a couple, but I also knew that there was a very tricky gray area. And I knew the guy would not let it happen. And I'm glad that he didn't. He easily could have cursed him. He easily could have succumbed to the romance. Having the world in isolation. Damn, I got that gorilla song stuck in my head. All right, guys, we got 24 more minutes until I end this live chat. So ask your questions now before we end. By the way, I'm going to have some more of this candy, by the way. Sorry, guys. I just really want to try the cherry limeade again. Oh, man, so good. Oh, we're at 66 likes. Come on, guys. We're trying to get to 100 likes. Can we get 100 likes on this video? 100 likes. Can we get 100? Like this video if you like this shirt. Like this video if you like this shirt. Look at this shirt. Come on. You gotta like the video for this shirt. Having a warm fascination. Let's see. Were you ever a fan of Power Rangers? I was in the late 90s. I do remember watching it religiously. I grew out of it really fast, though, so didn't really care much for it. Ooh, 80. We're at 80 likes, guys. Come on. 20 more likes. 20 more likes. 18 more likes. Let's see. Best Celine Dion song. I'm a bit cliche. I really like My Heart Will Go On, but if I were to pick something that isn't that song, Ashes. Ashes is such a great song. I know. It's so good, though. Damn it, guys. Come on. 18 more. Like, can we please... Can we like this video for this candy? How delicious it is. Look, I'm going to eat the blue one now for the likes. Delicious. Would you rather watch Gods of Egypt or Transformers The Last Night? It's clearly Gods of Egypt. Because with Gods of Egypt, I actually found some things to like about it. I didn't find anything to like about Transformers The Last Night. That was pure, unadulterated shit. Tony, this is America. Well, don't catch you slipping up then. Great. Now I want Sour Patch Kids. Oh, you want some Sour Patch Kids? Here. Go ahead. Here. Oh, I'll open it up for you. Here, go ahead. Take one. Go ahead. Take one. I'm waiting. You take it or what? No, you don't want any? Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to eat it by myself. Ooh, it's a big cherry limeade. Yeah, yummy. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Saint Young Min and Stitch anime? Well, I never finished the Stitch anime, although I liked it. I was thrown off by it though because of the voices, but I mean, how do you not get the original voice actors? I mean, they were still alive. Don't even get impersonators. Like, that was made by Japan Disney. Come on, just get the original voice actors to do the English dub. Do you like your beard? I actually do. It's really annoying a little bit though. But I am trying to see if I could trim it a little bit or like get all the loose hairs. I want to make it look a little clean. It looks too gruff and dirty. So when I get paid, I'm gonna go to a barbershop for the first. I'm gonna go to a barbershop for the first time in 5 years. 5. I think the last time I went to a barbershop was for my father's wedding. No, so that'd be 4 years then, because that was in 2014. So that'll be the first time I walked into a barbershop in 4 years. So I just want to trim my hair a little bit and get this all, make this look clean and slick. Tony, will you shave your head again? Not anytime soon. I'm actually going to see if I could try to work on my hair a little bit more, you know, kind of style it and make it look nice. And yeah, baby. They push your hairline back, huh? It's not that bad. How many anime characters scare you like Yunogasai? Well, yeah, she did scare me. I was going to say, I don't think she scares me that much. The one anime character that I think scares me more than her is Senna. Senna from Higurashi When They Cry. Oh, my goodness, that girl is terrifying. Haunting. If you saw my top 10 creepiest anime characters list, you know who number 1 is, and she's perfect for that choice. Let's see. Grow an afro, bro. I'm considering it. Like, if I just trim it properly and grow it naturally, it'd be good. Thoughts on Setkon no Quasar? Digibro said that he liked that when he talked about fans. See, I'm supposed to watch that because that was a request from one of my Patreons, and I do plan to watch it soon. Hopefully, I can get that done. Did you know that there's a Kickstarter that recently succeeded for a love letter to Heaven's Lost Property analytical YouTube series? I did not know that. That's interesting. Okay, Vic Star, I see you. You like jazz? You like jazz? I do like jazz, by the way. The music. I like jazz, the music. Let's see. Solo, a Star Wars movie is making less money than the Emoji movie. Yeah, I heard everyone talking about it. I don't fucking care. Solo Star Wars movie's okay. I just whatever. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about Star Wars anymore. Going back all the way to the top. Oh, they deleted my comments. Never no one in affirmation. Let's see. Any other interesting questions? Oh, Disco Spider asked me this a while back, but Arrested Development Season 5. Interestingly enough, I was going to make a video talking about Arrested Development Season 5. I got lazy and ended up not doing it. But here are my thoughts. I found it underwhelming again. Like, I'm glad that they returned to the old style. I'm happy that the family's interacting with each other more frequently now, but a lot of the problems I had with season 4 are still prevalent in season 5. And for the first time ever where I was watching an Arrested Development season, I didn't feel like I was watching Arrested Development. I actually felt like I was watching one of Mitchell Hurwitz's other show. It was called Running Wild. Do you guys remember Running Wild? Of course you don't. Nobody remembers Running Wild. Only I do. Running Wild was this new show that was going to premiere on Fox that followed this like rich ass motherfucker, and he has like he not adopts, but he takes in this hippie family, a daughter and her mother, and it's almost in the same style as Arrested Development, where there is a narrator, but it's the little girl that's narrating. And they even make callbacks to Arrested Development in that show. Like there was a line in the first episode where the little girl said the phrase, he's like, the main character, Oscar Wilde, his name was Oscar Wilde, I believe. He made a huge mistake. And he's played by Job, Will Arnett. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is so cringy. If you're going to make an Arrested Development like show, just make Arrested Development again. Why are we even wasting our time with Running Wild? Nobody cares about that show. And thank God, because it got canceled within like 5 episodes, actually. Nobody gave a shit about Running Wild. Would you rather watch Love to Love Ru or Heaven's Lost Property? Heaven's Lost Property, dude. I look back to my fixation on To Love Ru, and I'm kind of ashamed of myself. Like, I don't know how I excused that anime for all of its problems. And it only got worse as the series went on. Like, people tell me about, oh, you didn't like the fan service in To Love Ru? Oh, man, just wait till you see To Love Ru Moto or To Love Ru Darkness. I'm like, oh, God, I can only imagine. Plus, To Love Ru is just a ripoff of Urusei Yatsura anyway. Let's see. Have you ever seen Workaholics? I have. I never really cared much for the show. It was okay to me. It's just whatever. I'm fine with it. Having a world in isolation. Have you watched Ancient Magi Bride yet? Well, the novelist writer, I guess you did not see my recent anime poll, which is on my channel at this very moment in the community tab. If you guys have not voted on what anime you would like for me to watch and review this month, I highly recommend going there after this chat. Or hell, open up another tab and go vote right now, brah. Sorry if I'm scratching my nose a lot. Something's wrong now with my nose. Believe any conspiracy theories? No, I don't buy into. I find them fascinating. I don't buy into them though. Conspiracy theories, like they're very. I like how creative some of them are, and some of them do make good points. But I'm just like, a lot of them have a lot of stretches. Like the whole conspiracy to kill Kennedy to me is a bit. It's fascinating, but it's just too much of a stretch, guys. We're at 89 likes, and we have 12 minutes. Can we get 11 more likes, and then we'll be accomplished for today? Come on, guys. Can we get 11 more likes? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. 11 more likes. We can do this. I'm in the world in fascination. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Anime America? I mean, they're fine. I don't hate them. I have no ill will towards any anime tuber or any tuber as they're called. I respect each and every one of my contemporaries, the ones that do better than me, the ones that don't do as well as me. I respect all of them. Every one of them contributes to this community in one way, shape, or form. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. I just don't really subscribe to a lot of them because, one, I don't like watching other people's opinions of anime before I see it. Because then that always skews my opinion of what I think about the anime. And I don't like having my opinion being altered by somebody else's opinion. And two, I don't know. I guess just that's the only reason I don't subscribe or watch other AniTubers. Unless I've already done the review and then I hear what they have to say, then I would like subscribe. Like I think the only ones I'm really fully subscribed to and I watch frequently is Digibro, Gigux. There's this new guy I recently stumbled upon. I don't fucking remember his name. Sloan the Female Otaku and JoJo Talks Too Much. They're the only people I'm subscribed to that talk about anime that I watch frequently. I'm in a world in fascination. Damn, we're at 91. We're like 9 likes. Oh, wait, just 9 likes. So close, guys. We have 10 more minutes before I end this chat. They are obnoxious. Are we talking about Anime America? I mean, I have no problem with them. Don't go see Show Dogs. It's from Raja Gosnell. Nick, you don't have to tell me not to go see Show Dogs. Just by looking at the trailer, I already know not to go watch Snow Dogs. Come on. It's not going to happen. I'm not watching that shit. No for Neverworld. No, I don't care for Neverworld. I don't subscribe to a lot of manga reviewers. So that means I'm not subscribed to For Neverworld. I'm not subscribed to what was that black guy's name? Something of Lightning. Something Lightning. He was a black guy. People always confused me for him and him for me, which was weird because I look nothing like the guy. Besides the fact that we're black and we have glasses, we're nothing alike. I'm not subscribed to Chibi reviews, although I've spoken with him, and he's a fine gent, a southern gentleman. Other than that, I don't really subscribe to manga reviewers. Are you a liberal or no? I have liberal standings. Oh, that's who I forgot to thank you, Virtual Anime. I'm also still subscribed to Bob Samurai. Yes, we still talk to each other. We just haven't spoken often. We've been very busy, each of us, with our own lives, so it sucks. Hopefully we can speak. Bob, if you ever watch this video, which I doubt you will, but if you ever do watch this video, buddy, I miss you, man. I miss talking with you. You're one of the coolest people I met here on this channel, or not channel, this site. It'd be good to talk to you again, brother. When you find the time, hit me up, bro. 94, guys. 94. 6 more likes. Come on. 6 more likes. 6 more likes. Come on. 6 more likes. I need likes. I can't live without my likes. Let's see. Can this chat get 1,000 comments? That's never going to happen unless somebody spams the comment section, which I guess somebody will attempt to spam the comment section just to get 1,000. But keep in mind, when you do that, they send that into like a separate folder with spam, where it's like, oh, someone's been spamming your account. You want to delete these? I'm like, yes, please. I don't want nothing to do with these. 5 more, guys. Yeah. See, keep pushing them, guys. Keep pushing them to like the video, and then we can get to 100, and we can end this video on a high note. Let's see. Show Dogs had a controversy since a character gets his genitals grabbed in the film, which is a terrible thing for a kid's film. I mean, really? Come on. Can we pick our places to have these types of battles? We're gonna do this in a kid's film. Like, who gives a fuck that somebody got grabbed in the genitals? Like, come on. It's a stupid comedy for kids. Who cares? No, that's rape. That's sexual assault. That's not funny. Hey, it's either all funny or none of it's funny, okay? Don't be playing joke police. I don't give a fuck. And the fact that they kowtow, I mean, that's just embarrassing. It's like that whole Peter Rabbit thing, which annoyed the fuck out of me because people were like saying, oh, the film is making fun of people with disabilities because, you know, they try to kill a guy who had like some type of allergic reaction to some type of berry. And I was like, okay, well, let's see what the film's about. Okay, what happened that led to this situation? Oh, he was trying to kill the rabbits and the rabbits were defending themselves? That's why they threw the berries that he was allergic to? Oh, wow, that gives some context now, doesn't it? Come on. Get over your fucking... So who cares about that stupid-ass controversy? Never in the world in isolation. Is it at 100? I'm still at 99. That's why. Is it at 100? I don't see 100, guys. I only see 99. Everyone's saying 100. I don't see 100. I see 99 and 3 dislikes. If we just take those 3 dislikes and put them in the like category, then maybe we can break 100. I don't see 100. Never in the world in fascination. It's comedy, which means don't take. Oh, there we go. 102, baby. We did it. We did it, everybody. Woo! 100 likes for the epic return of BCG live chat. So thank you guys. Thank you for hitting that like. You sound lime. I'm guessing you meant to say sound like iDubbbz. It's either all okay or none of it's okay. But I agree. I subscribe to that train of thought. It's either all okay or none of it is. If you ban one word, if you set the precedence that you can ban a word, what's there to stop other people from saying, oh, this word's offensive, we need to ban this, to the point where we have to scratch out words in the dictionary to satisfy somebody's preference of words. That's why the phrase is either all okay or none of it's okay. It is applicable in this situation. Either all the jokes are okay or none of the jokes are okay. If you can't even tell a raunchy joke, why even tell a simple joke? You're going to offend somebody like that. So yeah, it's applicable. It's either all okay or none of it's okay. Thoughts on Dishonored Wolf and his videos? I like his videos. Some of them I do not like, though. Sometimes I feel like he's just being edgy, or he's being vitriolic just to be vitriolic. Now, sometimes it's grounded. Like his video on The Last Jedi, masterpiece. Really on point. I agreed with everything he said. Still not as good as I really like, his name is Mahler. Mahler did the best deconstruction of all the problems with The Last Jedi. Very well done. Okay, this will be my last question. Any advice on starting an anime channel? Well, here's the biggest advice. The biggest thing I would if you want to start a YouTube channel or anime channel, here's my biggest advice. Do it. The hardest thing for most people is just to start, because they always wait till the last minute, or they don't think they can do it, or they start second guessing. Just do it. Do it and see how far you can take it. And then when you get there, try to think of your own style of how you want to approach your channel. And, it doesn't hurt, by the way, to watch other people and kind of get a gist of what their style is, and then maybe find a way to incorporate it. Like my style is a mixture of Angry Joe and Jeremy Johns. And we all three of us share similar opinions on various topics. And what I did was I mishmashed them together and added my own little style to it to make it my own. So you could do something that's the equivalent of that too. Okay, so I guess it's all over now, guys. It's all over now. Thank you all for watching the epic return of the BCG live chat. Stay tuned next week for the next live chat, which hopefully, I don't think next week I'm going to have any mail. Like I said, I might have to wait for like 2 weeks before I actually get legit letters from people. But what I will do next week is I will check my mailbox, see if I got any letters. If I did, I'll read them here and we'll start BCG mail once again. I still got 2 more minutes before we end. So for those who don't really understand my style, I always start at the top of the hour and I end exactly 2 hours after that time. So if I start at 12, I'll end at exactly 2. I like being like that. Great chat, brah. We'll tune in for sure. Okay. See you later, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for helping me reach 100 likes on this video. It really was fun to talk to you all again. What do you think of LeBron's performance? Spectacular. He did phenomenal. He got robbed. And this is coming from somebody that's a Golden State Warriors fan. He got robbed because he did phenomenal. Okay, now I'm going to end this. So, again, guys, thank you all for watching. Oh, quick update. The first anime I'm going to review is actually not on the polls. I'm going to be watching Drifters tonight. I hope to finish it by tomorrow, write out my review, and have it up by Tuesday. So that is the first anime review you guys will be getting next week. Drifters. The reason I picked it is I've been craving an action anime. And that one looks really good. It's made by the same person that did Hellsing. So, hey, Could be really great. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see more videos on the channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video, really enjoyed it. And I'm Tony Watt II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.